26. Terry.
Bruce, from the 41 down to the 26. That's 33 yards on the pass and run for Mo Thompson tonight. Greg Triplett is now 7 of 8 passing for 102 yards.
Not a bad night for Greg Triplett on a wet, rainy night. Well, not actually rain, but it's sure wet on the field. 7 out of 8. He's had 1 intercepted. I said, Triplett takes it, gives it to option. Moss outside, trying to get outside. He will. Cuts it back in. He tears that football all the way across the 26, all the way across the 20, close to the first down, down on the 16. He might have got to the 15. He did. First down, Lebanon. Moss got 11. He's up to 91 yards now, I think.
Great job by Greg making the pitch as they brought the defensive end on the quarterback, running it to Greg's left. He's left-handed, made that good pitch to Charles Moss, turned it upfield for first down yardage.
11-yard pickup and a first down on the 15. We send Reeder wide to the right. Thompson split to the left. They take it, run. Sellers powers his way across the 15, close to the 10. They say fell on the 11. I think they're going to spot it. He got 5. See where they spot it. I think they'll put it on the 11. He got 5. That was Jade Sellers at tailback. Well, now we're just taking it and whipping an old-fashioned whipping for Columbia. Yes, it's getting 10:26 to go in the game, and Lebanon leads 28-0.
Straight ahead football, nothing real fancy on these last couple of plays. Run the option outside, run Sellers like a battering ram right up the middle.
Thompson to the right, take it, trap up the middle, touchdown Rose, I think. Yes. Touchdown, 11-yard trap, Steve Rose. He left a few hanging on their grass. And if there is a fat lady in the stand, she needs to start tuning up.
Because Lebanon has taken the lead in this football game, 34-0. Atwood will snap it to Reeder as Triplett will attempt the PAT here at Murray County Stadium. Lebanon with that 34-0 lead.
Triplett's 4 out of 4 there, 7 out of 8 on passes. Snap his back, placement down. That one's long and high and good. 5 out of 5. 35-0 with 10:07 to go in the fourth quarter.
Siobhan. And I'm Heather Sewell. And we are here at TRW Commercial Steering with Mr. Jim Mills and Mr. Ken Caldwell to present to you a small presentation. On behalf of the Blue Devil Booster Club, LHS cheerleaders, coaches, players, and fans, we would like to say thank you for your support and present to you a souvenir stadium cushion as a token of our appreciation.
Well, thank you. And on behalf of TRW, I'd like to wish the Blue Devils the best of luck this year.
Went over and they hit the referee, and then they go back and pick it up on about the 5 to the 10, maybe to the 15. That thing went over Flyer's head, hit the referee. I think it might have went in the end zone, but he picked it up and ran it back to the 15, 1st and 10 Columbia.
Ron C. and Luke Shepard, the first Blue Devils down the field, as exactly like Bruce said, it goes over the return man's head and hit the ref, and that's the only thing that kept it from going in the end zone for an automatic touchback. Lebanon defensively across the front. There's Alds, Bryson, and Hasty up front. Moscadelli and Adams, the defensive ends. We've got Greer and Luke Shepard in there at linebackers.
So Lebanon's got a couple of subs in there. 2 wide outs. Back to pass Cooper. Looking, throwing out here that long fade pattern. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He caught it, but he was about 3 or 4 yards out of bounds as they were trying to throw the fade. And threw it well, but he was out of bounds when he caught it. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
The fade's a good route. It's a good safe route because if you don't complete it, the quarterback's job is if his man isn't open, just lead him toward the sideline and let it go out of bounds. We had good coverage on that sideline as the pass just carried out of bounds. 2nd down and 10 for the Lions.
Cooper has played the whole game at quarterback. Still got 9:33 to go, 35-0. Takes the ball, looks for a pass over the middle, and intercepted and dropped. It went right through the tight end's hands of Columbia, and then Bill Garrett had it intercepted almost. A wet slick ball. Garrett was going to the turf, and it coughed out of his hands.
Latta was the intended receiver, and a good stick by Zach Greer, senior linebacker, dropped deep into the hook zone, made initial contact with Latta. Ball skips off his hands. Almost an interception, and now we're looking at 3rd down.
3rd down and 10. Columbia trying to get something going. And there goes the fans of Columbia with their flag, I don't know why, over on our side. They're down 35-0. They run an option. Cooper will try to cut it up. He's going to get swarmed under. As we look way across the way over there, Cooper was just looking for somewhere to hide because there was all white jerseys smeared in with a little mud, and Cooper got about 4 yards out of it, and there was a lot of people there. Zach Greer and our defensive end was Marscadelli, and he got 4, and they've got a punt again.
Anytime you can string out the sweep or string out the option, make them go sideways, laterally instead of going north and south, you've got a good chance of making a good defensive play, and that's what we did. We just kept forcing it to the sideline until we got him outnumbered. Bell back to punt, Reeder to return for the Blue Devils.
He's standing on his body is 9. Snap is back, and the punt is a line drive. Now it got up in the air a little bit. Going back, Reeder lets it hit. It's going to get away from it now, and it rolls all the way to the 37. So a good punt by Bell. Terry Stafford, that probably was as long as the night.
43 yards on the punt, no return. Lebanon to take over on their own 37-yard line.
Here come the subs. So, Tommy, you need to help me here with all these people coming in.
First game of the year. This is going to be tough, Bruce.
All right.
Drag a roster out of here.
I'll try to go with the backs. You get the linemen. We got whole new white jerseys in here. We'll check the quarterback out. I think it'll probably be Tressler. He'll be the sophomore, and then we'll start naming some names here. All white jerseys in there. Stone Cypher's out here.
That's Reeder, it looks like, at quarterback, Bruce.
Okay, Reeder. Brooks, Cherry split at the flanker. Take the ball, run a toss sweep. That's Stafford. He cuts it back in and powers his way to the 40-yard line. Sophomore Stafford picks up about 3 or 4. He crossed up to the 40-yard line as he's only a sophomore.
Bruce, we want to say hello to Trey Reynolds. Trey, who will be watching the replay and listening tomorrow morning. Trey broke an ankle in that jamboree with Gallatin last week. He would be in there right now. He would have been in on special teams and in here with that second bunch on offense. And Trey, we our best wishes to you with that broken ankle.
Check it. Reeder takes it, hands it off to our fullback. That's Shepard. We tried to trap him in there. Reeder, the junior quarterback, and he got to the 40 and got knocked down. That was Luke Shepard. No gain hardly at all. 3rd and 7. Lebanon with a whole new front.
Bruce, I think I've got some of those guys.
All right,
Atwood
let them go.
Center. Atwood is at the center. At a guard position, Shane Woodall. At the other guard position, we've got Pierre Abston. Michael Corley is a tackle, and I'm 1 player short, and I'll get it on the next snap.
Jeff Clemens is a split end. Take it, sweep. Stafford, they'll hit him in the backfield and knock. No, they won't knock him down. He broke loose, and then the whistles blow. Well, I didn't hear the whistle until he broke loose. Not Terry Stafford. Terry, are you playing?
I wish.
No, you don't.
Anyway, Stafford broke that thing, and then all of a sudden the whistle blew. But anyway, a loss about 3. It's 4th down and 10.
In there at a tackle was Brad Dedman. The other tackle was Michael Corley. In at the tight end position for Lebanon with that offensive group was Jeff Gannon. So that group leaves the field, and on comes the punt team. And out to punt is Bo Grissom, new punter for Lebanon. Bo, the junior defensive back and punter.
Standing on his 25. Snap is a good one. Punt is away. High punt. And it will be dropped down on about the 30, and guess who got it? Marscadelli. Now, he's had one heck of a night. He's made a lot of tackles. He just got down the field and recovered the punt that was dropped. Columbia has turned it over again and give us great field position on the 35. Terry, pretty good high punt, and they drop it.
31 yards on the punt, Bruce, but a very, very high punt. Forced the receiver to fumble the ball, and, of course, Marscadelli there with the fumble recovery. Lebanon takes over on Columbia's 35-yard line.
I think, Tommy, he'd get my vote as player of the week for the Devils, Mike Marscadelli. Reeder takes it, trap inside. Shepard, they knock him down. Luke Shepard might have got a yard. Lebanon with a rain beginning to steady fall and a lot of umbrellas up. over there across the way. Fairly decent crowd here, but a lot of people were expecting that rain to come in and didn't show tonight. But next week it's a home game and it's a district game, and we should have a full house on our side.
Scott Haston checks in at a guard for Abston. Also checking into the football game, Delmas Wright at the split receiver position.
Wright comes wide out here. He's the flanker, and Stonecypher's the split in. Sweep, Stafford. Stafford tries to get outside and can't. They shoot a couple of corners up, and they also shot a linebacker. Stafford got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. He might have even lost a yard. I think he did. Lost a yard back to the 35.
Checking in for Lebanon, here comes Mike Dinwiddie. Out of the game goes Shane Woodall. Also new players for Lebanon. In comes Elliott Carson. And also checking into the football game, Corey Clemens.
Corey's 43. He'll go to the flanker. And coming out here is Elliott Carson, the split in. Reader calling signals, takes the ball, draw play, Stafford. He gets hit in the backfield, and then he gets really turned upside down as he spun. He got hit. He spun away, but somebody was there to meet him. And 61 for Columbia is all fired up about that. But if you'll look at the scoreboard, you'll see it's 35-0.
Interesting story on Chris Stafford. His older brother, Jeremy, was a tight end on this Lebanon football team a couple of years ago. Their father, Randy Stafford, a great running back that played for the Blue Devils 72, 3, and 4, was on that 10-1 football team, and I believe shared homeroom with